Welcome to Neosho Wildcat Baseball, live on KNEO.org. This broadcast is a sporting outreach of the KNEO Sports Network. You're now locked into the official pregame show of the Neosho Wildcats. Now let's go to the game site for all the action.
People's Bank of Seneca, proudly investing in our community and you since 1996. Locations in Joplin, Neosho, and Seneca. Bank PBS, peoplesbankofseneca.com.
Being a Lion comes with a reputation for excellence. Whether it's in the classroom, on the court, or in the community, Lions are leading the way. With innovative and immersive academic programs, new scholarship opportunities, and a campus committed to the future, now is the perfect time to find your purpose. Find your pride at Missouri Southern State University.
Hi, I'm Pastor Jeremy Bridges with the Canopy Church, and I want to take 30 seconds today to encourage you to pray. Because our prayers have the power to move heaven. James 5 says the prayer of a righteous person is powerful and effective. When we pray, God listens. When we pray, situations can change. When we pray, miracles.
Today's Wildcat game is brought to you by Edgewood Bowling Center of Neosho, Missouri. Located at 2811 Gardner Edgewood Drive, they now have new synthetic lanes for adult and children bowling leagues and a smoke-free environment. They also have a certified pro shop and hosting for private parties. They offer Cosmic Glow Bowling on Fridays and Saturdays after 9 p.m. To learn more about Edgewood Bowling Center and their leagues for adults and children, the phone number is 417-451-4505. Compton CPA Group PC, located at 112 Northwood in Neosho, is a full-service accounting firm and is proud to support the Neosho Wildcats. Compton CPA Group PC can assist you at every stage of your financial life and help you work toward your financial goals. From tax preparation to bookkeeping services, Compton CPA Group PC has you covered. For all your tax and business affairs, call 417-451-2932 or learn more at ComptonCPAGroup.com.
Are you hitting the road without the protection you need? Your car is your trusted companion, but it still needs a safety net. Get the auto insurance you deserve with Community Insurance. Our affordable plans are designed to protect you from life's little bumps and unexpected detours. Visit our website at firstcommunityinsurance.net or call us today.
Sunday morning services are at 8 and at 10:30, and Sunday school is at 9:30. For more information, the number for Neosho Nazarene Church is 417-451-1847 or online at neoshonaz.org, and go Cats. Open house. What a great tribute to a coach who came out of retirement, by the way, to coach our cross-country team at the beginning of the year. He was a coach. He coached not only track, he coached, as I said earlier, cross-country. He coached basketball, coached a little bit of everything. And he was just a great educator as well. So congratulations to the tribute to Harry Lineberry over at the Neosho track at the Harry Line. Lebanon is freshly off of a ball game where they won 12-0 run rule in 4.5 innings over the Trojans from Southwest at Washburn. We'll run down the starting lineups here in just a minute, but first of all, we want to bring to you Keys to the Cats. Keys to the Cats are being brought to you by State Farm agent Eric Norris in Neosho, located at 437 West Kohler Street in Neosho. Eric and his team offer a variety of insurance services to include include individual and businesses as well. To learn more, you can go online to ericnorrisinsurance.com or by phone. Is very vitally important because the Cats are concentrating on the mental aspect of the ball game. That means listening to each other. That means talking to each other and making sure that when one guy sees something at the plate, he tells everybody else. Also setting the infield for a bunt play at the plate or even pop flies. A stands for attention. When we get on base, we have got to distract the attention of the pitcher away from the batter. Yesterday we stole bases when no one was protecting the bases because we were able to focus on that. That's being attentive to the bases and getting runners in running position. Hughes put the ball into play even though he didn't get on base every time, but he got the RBIs thanks in hold one time to Cade Spiva, who had a stand-up triple to start the inning off in the ball game. T stands for take what's given to us. We did a good job yesterday of taking outside pitches and hitting them to the opposite field. For Charlton, the lefty, that means going to left field. The park home run as well. S stands for score. We scored early against Purdy, and once we got the lead, we sustained it through the whole ball game. We've got to jump on these Yellow Jackets and jump on them fast. They've only lost one ball game. We need to take them out of their comfort zone. As you can hear, Dave Marty, the PA announcer, is giving the starting lineups, and we'll run through the starting lineups real quick. For the Yellow Jackets, it's going to be number 2, Gavin Smith, who's also the quarterback of their football team. He'll be catching. In the 2-hole, it's going to be the man wearing number 10, Cole Milken, and he plays third base. Chase Cromer is the shortstop. He wears number 8. In the 4-hole, it is Hoyt Honey, and he plays right field. Number 5 hitter is Braden Lamondage, and he is wearing number 7. Number 6 is Tony Myers. He'll play second base. Josh Zimbabwean is the DH. Cole Dustin is going to be the pitcher. He wears number 16. The first baseman is Bronson Rhodes, and then the flex is going to be Willis, and he will be playing into left field. On the mound for the Neosho Wildcats is Brody Crane. You can see the Cats are in their dark gray and black. The Yellow Jackets are in white and tan. The Cats will always be at home during this tournament. And the count is now 2-2. We'll set the infield for you in just a minute. And there's a strike, so we've got one out. And Smith gets rung up. There is one out. Here's Milliken. He is the third baseman. It is going to be over for the Cats. Defensively, it is going to be Noah Lawson at first, Jaden Nichols at second, Quentin Hughes at shortstop, Hudson Williams at third, Drake Swift is in left field, Finn Versluis is in center field, and Cade Spiva is in right field. We'll have the starters for you, how they bat, in just a minute as the ball game. He's looking down. Crane is a intimidating figure out there on the mound. He stands tall, and he's also plays safety for the football team. It's 3-0 pitch to Milliken. And we'll look for him to take this one all the way, so this may very well be a gimme for Brody Crane. And there it is, strike one. 3 balls and a strike, and we're in the top half of the first inning. Ball game got started a little early, largely because the ball game earlier started early. There's a swung on and strike 2. So Crane's battled himself back from a 3-0 count to a full count. Struck out the first batter, Smith. Here comes the pitch underway, and it's ball 4. So the Yellow Jackets have got a runner on first base. Here is Chance Cromer. He pitched in the last ball game, and he also plays shortstop. He's going to bat from the left-hand side of the plate. Crane comes from the stretch and throws the ball over to first base and overthrows. And there's a good chance they'll get him coming into second. That ball is overthrown as well. Nice job by Versluis to dive after that ball to keep everybody in place. But the runner advances to second base. Those are things the Cats have got quickly against a ball club that has the amount of offense that the Yellow Jackets have. So there's one out and a runner on second base. Cromer standing at the plate. He's standing from the left-handed side, and there's a swung on, and it's going to be foul for strike one. It would appear that the winner of this ball game is going to be playing for first place tomorrow afternoon. There's another pitch, and that is outside for a ball. Cats have gotten to where they have by beating Southwest yesterday 4-3, and then turn around and beating Purdy last night by a score of 10-4. Crane looks. Chance Cromer is the batter, and the count is at 2 balls and a strike. There is one out. Here comes the next pitch, and that's just outside for a ball. So the count's now 3-1. This is the top half of the first inning of this ball game between the Cats and the Yellow Jackets from Lebanon. Crane on the mound. He looks to second base. Here comes the next pitch, and there's another walk. So runners on first and second for the Yellow Jackets today. Bats from the right-hand side of the plate. He just kind of got his knees bent, and he's looking at the pitcher. Runners on first and second. Here comes the pitch, and there's swung on strike one. Here comes the next pitch underway, and there's a call strike. So Crane very quickly gets out in front of the four-hitter, Honey. Runners on first and second. Another strikeout here would bend well for the Cats. Crane looks down, stands back, and he gets ready. Here comes the pitch, and swung on strike three. So there's 2 down now. Runners still on first and second. Brandon Lamontagne. We'll get it here in just a minute. He bats from the left-hand side. Crane looks over at second base. Here's the first pitch. Swung on strike one. The question is going to be, Brody Crane obviously is throwing the ball right by these guys right now. Just how long can he continue to do that? Cats are going to have to get some runs going. Crane from the belt. Here comes the pitch. Just a little bit outside for a ball. 2 down. It's the top half of the first inning from Roy Shaver Stadium. This is the second ball game of the day. It looks like the winner of this ball game, because they both won 2, will be in the championship game tomorrow. And there is a ground ball that's going to roll foul down the third baseline. Montaigne stands in there. Brody asks for the count. Looks down at second base. Comes from the belt. Here's the pitch. Low and outside for a ball. So deuce is wild. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs. We're right here, and here's from the net. And I think Canton Smith thought that was a strike, but apparently the home plate umpire didn't think it was, so we've got a full count. A full count, a walk would load the bases. A strikeout gets us out of the inning. Here comes the pitch, and it's fouled up and out of play for foul ball, and we'll reset. Crane's got another ball. He looks down at his wrist coach, steps onto the rubber, looks at second base. From the belt, here's a pitch, and there we're all running, and that's a ball 4. It loads the bases up for Tony Meyer, the second baseman. Meyer steps in basically gotten on base by way of balls, so it's going to be a matter of time before Crane gets some control. And there's a high ball that is going to be out of play for strike two. So there's a ball and 2 strikes and 2 outs. And Crane working pretty fast. There he is at the belt. Here comes the pitch underway. And there's a ball that is hit into right field, and that's caroming away from Crane. And they're going to score 3 before it's over with. And the runner goes on to second base. So Lebanon takes Zenobin. And there's a call. There's a strike one. Crane keeps saying, let's go through the numbers again. Let's go through the signs again, and let me look and see. He's got what he wants now. Okay, he's to the belt. Here comes the pitch. Call strike 2. So 2 strikes real quick on Zenobin. Great to have you with us today, but there's still plenty of time to get out to the ballpark and support these Neosho Wildcats. Here comes the pitch. And swung on strike 3. In the end of the first inning, the half inning, the score is Lebanon Yellow Jackets 3 and the Neosho Wildcats coming to back. You're watching the Wildcats on the KNEO and Neosho Wildcat Sports Network. We'll be right back after this.
At ProLube Tire and Auto Center, we know what it means to rely on your vehicle. We race all year and know how to get that extra inch out of every part. Precision, quality, and reliability are not just words to us. It's what we do every day. We know you rely on your vehicle to perform for your family. From oil changes to full-on repairs, ProLube gives you the best racetrack team experience, so you can be worry-free.
Southwest Missouri Bank in Neosho serves the Neosho area from 2 locations. They offer business banking services including checking and savings accounts, business loans, and electronic banking. Learn more online at smbonline.com. Southwest Missouri Bank, a proud sponsor of community broadcasting on KNEO, equal housing lender, member FDIC, where their slogan is
Southwest Missouri Bank, we can do that.
We're at Roy Schaefer Stadium, and this is the second game of the day in the Roy Schaefer tournament. They're playing this ball game. Here, there's 3 ball games slated for Aurora, and we want you to stay tuned to KNEO webpage to tell you when the Cats will play tomorrow and what they'll do, because this ball game, I think, is going to determine whether we play for first or third place. Here's Hudson Williams. He hit the ball well. He pitched well for 6 solid innings yesterday against the Trojans from southwest of Washburn. Kate Spiva came in relief and finished the ball game up. Went into extra innings. The Cats won by 1 in 8. There's the first pitch. It's low and inside for a ball. The Jackets got 3 in the first inning, so the Cats are in a hole already, and there's a call strike. Cats can put the bat on the ball the way they did in the second ball game yesterday. This is going to be an interesting ball game. There's another pitch that is low and outside. 2 balls and a strike. Williams looking, and it's a ball almost rolls across the plate, so it's 3-1. Kate Spiva to follow, and then Quentin Hughes. And Smith in the 4-hole. Here comes the pitch underway from Cole Dustin. That's a call strike 2. So there was a full count on Hudson Williams. Hudson showed us he can not only play third base and pitch, he's got some speed on the bases as well. And there's a walk. So ball strike 3, so there's 1 out. Okay, here's Quentin Hughes. He had a triple in the first ball game yesterday. Went up through the power alley between right center, and then he got some RBIs. I think he got 4 RBIs in the second ball game. The lefty turns and he throws the first time, and that's high and outside for a ball. Old Dustin is on the mound for the Yellow Jackets. Basically, the Yellow Jackets are playing ball down the first baseline and run until tomorrow afternoon. Dustin from the belt. Here comes the pitch underway, and it's an inside pitch for ball 1. Runners on first and second for the Cats. Williams is on second. Spiva struck out, and then Hughes got hit by 2 balls, no strikes, 1 out, and it is bottom half of the first inning. Cats have got runners on first and second. We need to get them in. There's a hard swung on. That's going to go all the way back to the soccer field almost. And Kendon steps out, steps back in. He wants to get comfortable in there in the batter's box. After him, it'll be the pitcher, Brody Crane, and then the sophomore, Cooper Charlton. Here comes the pitch. Ball outside. Counts now 3-1. Smith will be guarding the plate. Here comes the pitch underway, and there's ball 4. Oh, call strike. Kendon, the catcher, had a pretty good idea that that was a ball, but home plate umpire said no, that was a strike. So the count is full. There's 1 out, runners on first and second. Here comes the pitch underway, and that one hit. Well, now, wait a minute. Well, now, we thought it was a full count a minute ago. Apparently, it's a full count now. Balk. Okay, so there was a balk, and that moved runners to second and third. And the count remains full. That was a no. Coach Weatherman is going to say, wait a minute, we need to talk about this for just a minute or two. The bases are loaded, and pinch runner over on first base. We can't see who's coming out just yet. There will be a pinch runner, though, so Ken can get in and start getting his gear on. And the pinch runner is going to be number 6. And number 6 is Boston Patterson. Young man that we've seen play football for several years and has got quite a little bit of speed as well. So Crane's up. There is 1 out. The bases are loaded. And there is a call strike, that slow-moving curveball. With a lefty, that is curving 1 out. Bases loaded for the Cats. Great opportunity to score some runs and get right back into this ball game. Dustin sets. Here's a pitch, and that's a ball. Stayed up high and did not curve in. So there's a ball and 2 strikes. Dustin looking for the sign, gets the sign from the catcher. Apparently there's some misconceptions there. Here comes the pitch, and that's a ball inside. Looked like another kind of a changeup of some sort. We've not seen a whole lot of fastballs out of Cole Dustin so far. But the count is 2-2. Here comes, and Crane swings and he struck out. So there are 2 outs now, and here's Cooper Charlton. Charlton hits from the left-hand side. We saw him yesterday take the ball to left field, so if he gets an outside pitch, that is just liable to happen. Cats have got to score right here. That sets the tone of the ball game, and there's a ball very high and outside. In fact, strike two. A little curveball curved away from the lefty. Kind of froze him in place. He's looking down. Dustin's looking down. Here comes the pitch. And it's right back out to the pitcher. And he gets the ball over to first base, and that retires the side. So the Cats had a great opportunity, but 1-3 retires the side. And the end of one inning of play. It is the Yellow Jackets from Lebanon 3 and the Neosho Wildcats nothing. You're watching Neosho Wildcats on the KNEO Sports Network. We'll be right back after this.
If you're a weekend warrior who likes to go, 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 don't let pain put the brakes on your pace. When you need help with an injury that keeps you from moving, you want an orthopedic team with a proven track record. Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine is nationally recognized and were recently named CareCheck's #1 hospital in the market and top 10% hospital in the state for hip fracture repair. Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, the experience you need to keep pace with life.
I'm a Missouri Farm Bureau insurance agent. I'm for working hard for what you get and then protecting what you've got. Your home, your vehicles, your life. I know you probably hope you never need me. I'm here for you when you do. I'm a Missouri Farm Bureau insurance agent, and if you're a Missourian, I'm for you.
I am Josh Dotson with Missouri Farm Bureau Insurance Services. If you're in Missouri, I'm for you.
Welcome back to Roy Shaver Stadium. It is the top half of the second inning, and the Yellow Jackets are coming up to bat. They scored 3 in the bottom half of the first inning. Top half of the first inning, the Cats in their half did not score at all, had the bases loaded, had a great opportunity, but it just didn't happen. Dustin Cole, the pitcher, is coming up. Then it will be Bronson Rhodes and the top of the batting order. He stands in there from the left-hand side of the plate. Here comes the first pitch, and it is low for a ball. Both these pitchers threw a lot of balls in the first inning. In fact, they all had opportunities to get people, but ended up walking. Here comes the next pitch from Brody Crane, inside for a ball. We understand we may be having a little bit of audio problems. We apologize for that, but we bring you the ball game, and hopefully it'll be there's a ball hit up to Quentin Hughes, and there's a throw out, and what a great job by Quentin Hughes that time, throwing out the speedster and the pitcher. So the 6-3, and there is one out. And here is Bronson Rhodes. We will continue to try to work with this ball. So the count's even at 2-2. There is one out. That first batter put the ball in play and almost made a bang play out of it. Here comes the next pitch, and that one's going to be on the outside, low and outside for a ball. That makes the count full at 3-2. Cats very badly need a 3-up, 3-down inning. Here comes the next pitch, and it's swung on, and it's going to go all the way back to the soccer field. Here comes the next pitch from Crane, and it's ball 4. So Rhodes is on first base, and here's the top of the batting order. Gavin Smith, the catcher, quarterback for their football team struck out. A quarterback would want to do. Runner on first base, Brody Crane on the mound for the Cats. 3 runs were scored in the top half of the first inning. Here he comes from the stretch, and Smith swung on foul ball, strike 1. We're in the top half of the second inning. The score is 3-0 in favor of the Yellow Jackets. Runner on first base, and there is one out, and Brody Crane hits one, and there is a fly ball. Spiva going way back and gets way behind him, and they're going to score, and they may score a lot of both runs there. Runner is, 1 run comes in, and Smith has a triple. Not sure what happened then. Spiva looked like he was underneath it, but then it got back behind him. But Rhodes' bat run comes in the process, so the score is now 4-0 in favor of the Yellow Jackets. Here's Milliken. He walked in the first inning and came around to score. Here comes the first pitch from Crane, and it's fouled off for strike 1. Baseball next week for the Cats as well. On the 27th, we will go to Pittsburgh to play St. Mary's Culligans. There's another hit, and that's going to be a base hit, and that's going to bring another run in. And Milliken is on first base. Here comes Chance Cromer. He's a shortstop. His first time up, he walked also, and he came on around to score. In fact, they cleaned the bases on a double by Myers. There's one out and a runner on first base. 2 runs are in. Here comes a pitch from Brody Crane, and it's fouled off for strike 1. Now, both these pitchers have thrown quite a few pitches so far in the ball game, and we'll see just exactly how long it lasts. Here comes Crane from the stretch. That was an inside pitch. He brings the ball fast, there's no doubt about that. Smith looking down first base, seeing if maybe he can get the runner kind of dangling. Yeah, we've got somebody warming up in the Cats bullpen. See if we can figure out who that is here in a minute. See if I can see. There's a hard hit ball. Made a stop of Hughes, and he throws the ball, and he almost gets by, but nice play by the first baseman Lawson to keep runners on first and third. So an infield hit. And we're going to call time out as Coach Bo wants to talk things over for just a minute or two. We're just waiting right now because we've got someone warming up in the bullpen. Looks like a lefty. No, it's a right hand. I can't see the number. See that number? Arthur is 28, so 27 is Lim McInturf is warming up in the bullpen, and maybe what Coach Bo was doing was wasting a little bit of time to let the guy that's warming up in third, and there's one out in the top half of the second inning. Crane comes from the belt, and there's the first pitch, and it was high and outside. Smith did a good job to be able to wrangle that one in so that there wouldn't be any more runs scored. He looks down and comes from the belt. Here comes the pitch from Crane, and that one's high and outside. 2 balls and no strikes on Hoyt Honey, the right fielder, I'm sorry. And here he comes down, and there's a swung on, hit him and stopped, so there's strike 1. Here comes the next pitch, and there's a swung on, strike 2. A strikeout would go real well for the Cats right now. And he struck out his last time up, but there is a ball. That'll make the full count, 3-2. And Crane paying attention to and there's a swung on. That's going to be back on the soccer field. Just to know exactly what to do. Infield gets an opportunity with a hard hit ball. They may come home. Here comes the delivery from Crane. And he walked. So that loads the bases. Braden LaMontagne is up, and that's going to be it. Here comes Coach Bo Hessel, and we'll bring in somebody else to pitch. We're going to have a pitching change, it looks like. Young Crane is going to go sit down. I'm assuming that he is probably going to go to left field. He may be changing gloves. We'll see here in just a minute. While we're doing that, we're going to take another time out. We'll be right back after this.
Locally owned, operated, and here for you. Check out the new face of the Neosho Daily News, covering Newton County, highlighting area residents, businesses, school news, sports, and more. Find us on Facebook at Neosho Daily News or call 417-451-1520. Go get 'em, Wildcats!
Crowder College, your future, our focus. At Crowder College, we have 6 convenient locations in Southwest Missouri and online programs to fit your needs. Flexible scheduling provides a pathway to a career or the opportunity to transfer to a 4-year university in a variety of programs. Cheer for the Rough Riders at athletic events. Use the Missouri A+ Scholarship Program for free tuition and common fees. At Crowder College, your future is our focus. Apply today at crowder.edu.
Stadium, which is in the Marion Family Complex. Lynn McInturf, a big right-hander, comes in. One of the things that Coach Hessel mentioned last night is he is very, very hard and really good, but this is a very disciplined Yellow Jacket ball team. He will move out to left field, and Crane will come back in. So the bases are loaded, there's 1 out, and 2 runs have already scored. And the pitcher is Lynn McInturf. LaMontagne is the batter with the bases loaded. Bats from the left-hand side. And Kenton Smith goes out, and it's high, it's a ball. Just looking at what he was doing in the warm-up over there a little while ago, it looked like he was throwing a high swinging fastball with a curve, and there's a strike 1. The difference is you got Brody asked McInturf to make some sort of a change with that wrist rocket. Wrist coach, and he turns it around the other way. And McInturf doesn't throw the ball quite as hard, so maybe this is going to throw these Yellow Jackets off. There's a high ball hit out into left field, and there's a catch, but there's a tag coming in, and the run scores. So there's 2 outs. pitcher Crane goes out to left field and automatically helps new pitcher McInturf by catching a fly ball out in left field. Score now is 6-0 in favor of the Yellow Jackets. Cats get an opportunity to come back in this next inning. It'll be Lawson, Nichols, and Versluis. Comes the first pitch and swung on strike one. Looks like McInturf stands about 6 foot and goes maybe a little over 200. He is a tall, lanky young man out there on the mound, pretty imposing. And he comes from the stretch, looks down at second base. Here's the pitch, and there's a swung on strike two. Beautiful day here at the ballpark. The wind is not blowing at all. You might want to wear a jacket, but come on out and support these Wildcats. There'll be another ball game after this one in just a little bit. So it's a good evening for baseball all the way around. Here comes the next pitch underway, and that's that high sweeping curveball that did not curve and drop. Next ball game is going to be Southwest and Purdy, and that ball game is scheduled to start at 6 o'clock. However, it'll probably start a little earlier by virtue of the fact that this ball game started early too. Timeout is called by the home plate umpire as McInturf was looking back at second base, and home plate umpire says, "Wait a minute, let's just stop this for just a minute or two." So the batter is Myers. He had a double his first time up and cleaned the bases. Here comes another pitch and called strike three. Got him. So the Cats averted disaster again, but 3 runs were scored. So the score after an inning and a half is the Yellow Jackets from Lebanon 6 and the Neosho Wildcats are coming up to bat. You're watching the Neosho Wildcats on the KNEO and Neosho Wildcat Sports Network. We'll be right back after this.
Every team knows that the two-point play can be a great call and saves you time and money. So go for the win and score big savings by combining your home and auto. It's just another way to help life go right. Call State Farm agent Eric Norris at 417-451-6666 for more information. And go Wildcats!
Financial investments are very important, but so are the investments of time, patience, and encouragement our young athletes receive from their coaches, teachers, and mentors. Joe Ringstaff, your Neosho Edward Jones financial advisor, understands this. That's why Joe Ringstaff is a proud sponsor of the Neosho Wildcats on KNEO. For all your investment needs, call 4 Edward Jones, making sense of investing. Member SIPC.
Welcome back to Roy Schaefer Stadium. It is the second ball game of the afternoon. The Neosho Wildcats are down in the bottom half of the second inning. Score is 6-0. Noah Lawson is the hitter. He came in relief of Arthur yesterday and shut Purdy down and allowed the Cats to continue to score. They had won the ball game by a score of 10-4. Eston's got 6 runs to work with, so he's in the process of, and there's a pitch and it's a strikeout. Here's the second baseman, Jaden Nichols. Cats are still going through the first part of their lineup. Sluice is up next, and then we will be at the top of the batting order. Here comes the first pitch from Dustin. It's a ball inside. Right fielder Honey is playing almost to the fence out there. And there's a ball on the inside too. Nichols thought better of it before he got ready to swing. Dustin's looking down at his catcher saying, "Wait a minute, are we mixed up here somewhere?" But here comes the pitch, wind up and the pitch underway and it's swung on. High fastball. Looked like maybe Nichols was trying to put that in between first and second base. Here comes the pitch underway for the third pitch, and there's called strike 3, strike 2. Here comes Finn Versluis. Destin is just rolling along here with 2 Ks in this half of the inning. Versluis has showed us that he's got some speed. Here comes next pitch, and it's swung on. It's going to be fouled back over towards the soccer field. And here comes the next pitch from Dustin, and it's going to be ball 1 low. So there's 2 outs, there's 2 strikes, and 1 ball. And the Yellow Jackets are up by a score of 6-0, and it's the bottom half of the second inning. And there's a swung on, and he got him, strike 3. So Destin not only has 6 runs to his credit, he's feeling pretty good about the fact he struck out the side. You're back.
This is Pastor Barry Reel from the First Free Will Baptist Church of Neosho. Though our culture seems to be rejecting the idea of truth, we remain committed to obeying God's Word by speaking the truth in love. We would love to share God's truth and love with you. We're located at 960 Burr Crossing Road in Neosho, and we meet on Sunday mornings at 10:45 a.m. and then again on Sunday.
All have those days where we don't want to get up. But when we have true discipline and choose to rise up, we become the best version of ourselves. To start your journey today, visit risefitnesscenter.com.
Welcome back to Neosho. We're in the second ball game of the Roy B. Schaefer tournament, and we're at the Roy B. Schaefer relief of Brody Crane is on the mound. He came in last inning and got the last couple of outs that were necessary in order to get the Cats in. However, Cole Destin, who is the pitcher for the Yellow Jackets, struck out the side. Cats are going to have to do something to change that in order to keep going. We can't continue to allow these Yellow Jackets to score this kind of run. Here comes the first pitch, and it's a call, strike 1. He looks down at his wrist coach, keeps kind of trying to move it around just a little bit. Don't know a lot about McInturf, but he's got a curveball and a little bit of a fastball, and there was that curveball. Looked like it was there, but obviously not, so ball 1. Looks back down. Wind is starting to blow just a little bit. Cade Spiva out in dead center, or right field, almost to the fence. There's a ball that is low and inside. McInturf lost his hat in the midst of that, so the wind came up just pretty good that time. Cats need a 1-2-3 inning to get out of this and come back and get the bats rattled so they can get back in this ball game. Here comes the windup and the pitch underway, and I think we've got the audio taken care of now, so we thank you for your patience, and we'll continue with the ball game. There's a hard hit ball at center field. Versluis is on his gun, and it doesn't. Gets all the way to the fence, and possibly we're going to go on to third base. It looks like he stops.
Once the game goes, and I'm like, I don't understand how that's
So-
possible because they're all going off the hot spot. And you look.
So Zendeman has a double to lead off the third inning. And here's the pitcher, Cole Dustin. He's running right along here, runner on second base. It looked like that Zendeman was going to try to come on around and try to get third base, and thought better of it. That ball got behind Versluis and rolled all the way to the wall. McInturf looks over at second base. Here comes the first pitch, and it's low for a ball.
Yes.
Looks down at that wrist coach again, and he gets ready, comes from the stretch, goes to the belt, looks back at second base. outs in the top half of the third inning.
I don't understand that. Right.
Quarterback
I don't understand it either, but I mean, I was there.
is, as we said earlier, is also the catcher for this ball club, and that is Gavin Smith. There is a high-hanging fastball for a ball, so there's 3 balls and no strikes on the pitcher for the Yellow Jackets, Cole Destin. Runner on second base in Zenderban. Here comes the next pitch. That should be a gimme, but it's not. It's a walk. So we've got a runners on first and second base. And here's Bronson Rhodes, who walked and came around and scored in the last inning. So we're going to take time out for the coach to come and talk to the batter, and he pulls... have not seen Lim McInturf before, so they're kind of wondering a little bit about him as well, plus the fact that he doesn't throw the ball nearly as hard as Brody Arthur. And there's a throwback over to first base. It was not a hard throwback over to first base. It was just kind of one of those, if you're going to do this, I'm going to do that. McInturf steps up back on the rubber, comes from the belt. Here comes the pitch. And it swung on strike 1. So he said Rhodes' last time up in inning 2 walked and then came around to score. Steps back in there on the right-hand side of the plate. McInturf looks around, stands on the left-hand side of that rubber. Looks back. Here comes the pitch underway, and that's a curveball for a strike. So there's no balls and 2 strikes. Cats need an out here very badly. Here comes the pitch from McInturf, and that's that curveball again, and got him, strike 3. So a strikeout, a very timely strikeout for the Cats. And now here's that quarterback we talked about, Gavin Smith. 1 out and runners on first and second. Smith, his last time up, hit the ball and hit it hard. Struck out his first time up. McInturf has got that sweeping curveball that they haven't figured out, but there's a ball that's going to go into the power alley, and that's going to score a couple. Yeah. They cut off, and here's Zigginbotham is stopped at third base, so the bases are full. Well, the book on these Yellow Jackets, as we said earlier, they played 6 ball games, 5 of them they scored 12 runs or more. So they obviously have an offense that's good. They Coach Weatherman last year in his first season with the Yellow Jackets set the school record with 24 wins, and that was good enough to be tied for the Ozark Conference. McInturf with the wind blowing just a little bit out towards right field, throws the first pitch inside that is not curved, so there's a ball 1. McInturf working a little bit slower than Brody Crane, that's for sure. He's very methodical about what he does. Here comes the next pitch, and that's that curveball, and it's swung on. And Yellow Jackets have not got the speed on that one figured out yet. That was fouled off. Spider continues to be about 15 steps in right field. Versluis is shaded over towards the shortstop position. That ball hits the ground and rolls across the plate. Nice job by Smith to keep it in front of him so that a run doesn't score. Zenderbahn is over on third base. I'm not sure if I was Cale, I would want to get very physical with that young man. And there's another foul ball. Count is 2-2 now. 1 out. The Cats have got to get going. They've got to do something. There's been some well-hit balls that unfortunately have gotten behind the outfielders for the Cats. Here comes the next pitch underway, and that one's reached out and fouled back too, so the count remains the same, and we'll reload again. Umpire gets a few new balls. And we step back in with a count 2-2, and here we go. Here comes a fastball, and that's hit foul, and it's off the third base side. Cats had a walk in the first inning. Hudson Williams came around to third base. Then there was a hit pitch. Then there was another walk, and basically that's it. Cole Dustin has taken care of the side pretty well. Here comes a ball that is not caught. The wind caught it, and there's going to be a run score. And not sure what's happened. That's the second time we've had a problem out there in right field. Okay. We see that we've got our technical issues taken care of. We apologize for that, but we appreciate your patience, and we will continue to bring you Wildcat baseball. But once again, we invite you to come on out to the field. It's a little bit cooler. The wind is blowing, and we're going to have a pinch runner, and that pinch runner looks like number 24. We'll see who that is here in just... Well, I say 24. I'm not sure that I can see that far. Well, that might be Mason Hendricks as the pinch runner. And there's a ball that got away. Smith caromed it off of the back, and that's going to be ball 2. Cromer has walked once, came around and scored. And there's another one that is low for a ball. So Smith's on third, and Milliken is on second base. Here comes the next pitch, and it looked like Smith had a little something on, looked like he was going to fake a throw down to second base. And he gets an A for acting anyway. So the count is 3-0. There is one out. The Cats very badly need an out right here. And there's a ball that gets away from Smith, but nothing doing. That's just going to load the bases. Here comes the number 4 hitter, Hoyt Honey. He plays right field. He's going to go talk to the coach for just a minute, but Coach Bo is going to take time out to come and talk for just a minute as well. He takes the ball away from McInturf, and pointing to somebody else. We'll see who he's going to bring in just a minute. While we've got a pitching change, we're going to take time out for this. You're watching the Neosho Wildcats on the Neosho Wildcat and KNEO Sports Network. We'll be right back after this.
Fawcett Greenhouse at 898 Baxter Street in Neosho is a proud supporter of Neosho sports. Springtime brings growing season and baseball to the Neosho area, and Fawcett Greenhouse supports all Neosho spring sports and wants to wish all Wildcats good luck for a happy and safe season of competition. Fawcett Greenhouse can supply you with all your home landscaping and gardening needs. For more information, the number is 417-451-5369 or FawcettGreenhouse.com.
I am a Missouri Farm Bureau insurance agent, and I'm here to talk about life, your dreams, your work, your family, and how you can protect it all with a company that will talk to you with the honesty of a farmer and take care of you with the integrity of a neighbor. I'll make sure no detail is left uncovered so your family can breathe easy. Because just like you, I chose to build a life in Missouri too. I'm a Missouri Farm Bureau insurance agent, and I'm from Missouri for life.
I am Josh Dotson with Missouri Farm Bureau Insurance Services. If you're in Missouri, I'm for you.
Welcome back to Roy Schaefer Stadium. Colton Southern is the new pitcher for the Wildcats. He comes in with the bases loaded, and there are 2 outs in the top half of the third inning. So far, the Yellow Jackets have scored 1, so the score is now 7-0. At least we get out here, then we break that 3-run inning that's going on. Looked at the lineup and saw that Southern was not in and thought maybe there might be an opportunity to bring him in a little bit later on. So bases are loaded, and we're getting ready. And the batter is going to be number 1, Hoyt Honey, who is in the 4 position. He has struck out once and he's walked once. Here comes the first pitch from Southern, and it's swung on for strike 1. And we're changing up speeds again. We go from McInturf, who had that slow slinging curveball, to another fastball pitcher. Here comes Southern, and it is from the waist. Here comes the pitch underway. Strike 2. And he kind of talks to himself about that one, says, I can't believe I just swung right through that ball. But it was a foul ball, so there are no balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Bases are jammed. Here comes the next pitch. The wind is blowing and it's picking up pretty good. And there's a ball that almost got away, but Smith is earning his wares today by keeping the ball in front of him to keep anybody else from scoring. Here comes Cole from the stretch, and that's a foul off. So the count remains the same, no balls and 2 strikes. We'll reset one more time. We talked about the fact that Neosho has many arms that they can put on the mound, and we're being able to see this. This is the 3rd inning and the 3rd pitcher that the Cats have had. Here comes the pitch from Southern, and there's a ball that's hit out to the second baseman, and that ends it. So they pick up 1 run, and the bases are loaded, but the score now is 7-0 in favor of the Yellow Jackets from Lebanon. We're coming up to the Wildcats, bottom half of the 3rd inning. You're watching Neosho Wildcats on the KNEO and Neosho Wildcat Sports Network, and we'll be right back.
KNEO would like to thank the Big Nickel for sponsoring this portion of broadcasting on 91.7 FM. The Big Nickel is an advertising shopper for thousands of different items, from automobiles and livestock to help wanted and real estate. It covers a 70-mile radius in the 4-state area and is available in area businesses each week. Located at 1931 East 20th Street, Suite 103 in Joplin, Missouri. Their telephone number is 417-624-4100.
Insurance Benefits Consultants now has 2 locations to serve you. They're located at 1009 South Neosho Boulevard in Neosho and at 701 Northwest McNelly Road in Bentonville, Arkansas. They are proud supporters of the KNEO and Neosho Wildcat Sports Network. They provide Medicare and Medicaid supplemental policies, as well as life, health, and group health insurance plans from companies like Allstate and Colonial. For more information, call 417-451-4244 or in Arkansas, 479-431-5226.
It's the top of the batting order for the Cats in the bottom half of the 3rd inning. Cole Dustin is continuing to just rock right along. He's picked up another run. Score's now 7-0 in favor of the Yellow Jackets. The Cats are going to have to get something going and get it going pretty quick. And top of the batting order is Williams. He walked his first time up and was stranded at third base. And that first pitch bounces in front of home plate for a ball. The 27th, we will be going to Pittsburgh. Coach Larry Perkins and I for the St. Mary's Culligan ball game. Dustin comes up with his next pitch, and that's a call strike. Caught the outside corner, got away from catcher Smith, and he's running over to pick it up. Hoyt continues to stand almost back there on the warning track in right field. There's a ball that's low and inside. So Hudson's ahead in the count by 2 balls and a strike. Swings his bat around a little bit and gets ready, looks over at Destin Cole, and there is a ball outside. Cats could use a runner just about any way we can get him, so I'm going to assume with the 3-1 count, Hudson Williams is going to look this one over pretty good. And there's a call, strike 2. He thought that that may have been a ball, so he's kind of talking to himself just a little bit. Full count, no outs, and it's going to be Spiva, Hughes, and Smith for the Cats. Here comes the pitch, and there's ball 4. So Williams draws a walk for the second time this evening. Here's Cade Spiva, who struck out his first time up. He, like for Sluice, had to really fight the wind and let a ball get behind him. That was instrumental in scoring 3 runs and cleaning the bases. And that's nothing against Spiva. That wind is something, and we saw that also when first baseman thought he had a ball that it was catching pop-up, and the wind picked it up and swirled around as well. Called strike 1 on Spiva. Spiva's going to step out for just a minute. He had a triple yesterday when he hit the ball down the first base line that caromed, sliced away from the right fielder in the Purdy ball game, and he went around and had a stand-up triple to start the inning. Here comes the next pitch, and it's swung on, foul ball, strike 2. That one was headed over just outside the bench, or the dugout of the Lebanon Yellow Jackets. And it's going to end up just a little ways away from the soccer field annex, per se. Here comes the next pitch underway, and that's rung him up, strike 3. So that's first. Here's Quentin Hughes. He got hit by a pitch his first time up. Williams is still over there at first base, and he's kind of dancing around trying to get Dustin's eye off of things. Apparently that didn't work because there's called strike 1 to Q. The wind seems to be picking up even more, and it is blowing almost to right field. Hughes swings at that one for a strike. So no balls and 2 strikes on Quentin Hughes. Up next will be the catcher, Kenton Smith. Kenton has earned his wear behind the plate today by keeping the ball in front of him, that's for sure. Here comes the next pitch, and that's going to be a ground ball, and Hughes is going to have to move and move fast, and he's going to win it. He wins the race. No, he didn't. They're saying he did not win the race over there, but Hughes advances Williams. So that is a 3 unassisted, and there's 2 outs. And here is Kenton Smith. The runner on second base, a base hit would go a long ways towards making the Cats feel a little bit better about what's going on, that's for sure. Heston swing pitches, and ball almost gets away from Smith, the catcher, which would have sent Williams to third base, but he did a nice job of keeping in front of him for ball 1. There's 2 outs and a runner on second base, and there is a hard hit pop fly, and the first baseman is calling it off, and he catches it, and that's the 3rd out. So F3, and there's 3 outs. The Cats had a runner stranded on second base, but after 3 innings of play, the score is the Yellow Jackets from Lebanon 7 and the Neosho Wildcats nothing. We'll be right back after this.
Tally Tire at 18152 East Highway 86 is a proud supporter of local high school athletics. Tally Tire is your full-service car and truck headquarters. They carry name-brand tires such as Nexen, Mastercraft, and Uniroyal, ATC camper shells and bed covers, and do oil changes and tune-ups. Call Tally Tire today for all your automotive needs at 417-451-0457 or online at tallytire.com.
The law offices of Wood and Peterson is sponsoring this portion of Neosho Wildcat Athletics, located at 217 South Lafayette, Neosho, and 431 Virginia Avenue in Joplin. They serve Southwest Missouri with personal claim representation. For more information, the phone number is 417-451-4141 or online at neoshoattorney.com. The law offices of Wood and Peterson are proud supporters of the Neosho Wildcats.
Welcome back to Roy B. Shaver Stadium. The winner of this ball game will play for the championship tomorrow, and the loser of this ball game will be playing for third place. We can tell you over in Aurora, Carthage won their first ball game over Aurora 4-1. Stratford beat Carthage 4-3. And in the final ball game, Aurora beat Hillcrest 13-0. So that kind of sets up the day as well. And we'll be playing seventh place game at 10 o'clock, the fifth place at 12:30, the third place at 3, and first place will be at 6 o'clock, and they'll all be right here at Neosho. Colton Southern on the mound in relief of Lim McInturf, who's in relief of Brody Crane, and here's Lindemann, and there's a high ball for Here comes the next pitch to LaMontagne. That one's high and outside for ball 2. LaMontagne pitched the ball game just in front of this, where they beat Southwest from Washburn in 4.5 innings, 12-0. There's a hard hit ball, and it is hit to right field, and it got past Brody Crane, and LaMontagne will go around to second base. Tony Myers is a center fielder. He's the one that got the double that brought the runs in on the first inning. He struck out in the second inning. Cats have been pitching by committee today. This is the third pitcher, Colton Southern, for the Wildcats. And he pitches from the belt, and here comes a pitch, and there's a ball that is hit, and it's picked up by Hughes. Hughes over to first base for the play, and he got him. Nice job by Hughes to get that. That was a lot closer ball than it should have been because of the speed of Myers. But there's the first out, and here's Zagabend.
Myers is retired. Here's Ziggenbein. Struck out. Double and scored.
He had a double and scored his last time up. He struck out once. Here comes Colton Southern from the stretch. Here comes the pitch underway. And it was a little bit low and outside for a ball. Cats really need to get out of here unscathed this inning and get the bats going. Southern looks back. Here comes the pitch underway, and it's swung on for a strike. Cats have not been able to do anything with the bats today. The way they hit the ball yesterday against Purdy led you to believe that we were moving in the right direction, but it's for naught today. Here comes the next pitch, and that maybe a little high and inside for a ball. Zigabon looking down, and here comes the pitch from Colton Southern. One out, and there's a pitch, and it's called strike 2. So there's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Cole Dustin, the pitcher, is on deck, and then it is going to be Rhodes. Here comes the next pitch from Colton Southern. He's throwing the ball really hard and trying to position it. Got him. So there's a second out of the inning. Henson got on by way of an error the last time and was stranded at first base. This could be a good inning for the Cats if they can get away unscathed this inning. Here comes a pitch, and it's swung on, and it's fouled off on the right-hand side. Just stands in there from the left-hand side of the bat, of the plate. Here comes a ball in, so we'll get that in off the field. Southern looks down at second base, steps on the rubber, turns back and looks again. Here's a pitch from the belt, and there's a strike. A little bit in front of that one for strike 2. Colton may have taken a little something off of that pitch, but there's no balls and 2 strikes. That's a great position for him to be in now. He's looking over. He's worked hard since he's gotten in here and retired the side. And there's a ball that's hit, and it's going to be up and out of play over here on the almost over here by where the kids are playing in the playground area. So the count remains no balls and 2 strikes. There's 2 outs on the pitcher, Cole Dustin. He's going to step out for just a minute, knowing what happens with pitchers and how they can lose their concentration. He's going to step out and try to get Southern's concentration messed up just a little bit. But Southern's not having any part of it. Here he comes from the waist, and here's the pitch. Got it, foul ball. Thought he had him on that one. So the count continues to remain the same. It really doesn't matter who the pitchers are. We're throwing a lot of pitches today, as well as Cole Dustin. He's thrown a lot of pitches as well. Southern looks down, looks over at second base. Here comes the pitch underway, and that ball is hit to right field. Spiva is coming in. He plays it on the bounce, and he's going to try to throw it all the way in. And single for Dustin. He's happy to stay right there at first base, and Lalamond scores, which is the first score of the inning for them. Here is the first baseman, Bronson Rhodes. Here comes Southern, and he takes off. And they got him. Nice throw that time by Smith from his knees to get the ball over to Hughes and get the sliding first base, or the sliding pitcher of the ball club for the 3rd out of the side. Rhodes will come up in the 5th inning. The score now is 8-0 in favor of the Yellow Jackets. We're coming to the bottom of the 4th inning. You're watching the Neosho Wildcats on the KNEO and Neosho Wildcats Sports Network. We'll be right back after this.
A proud supporter of local high school athletics is Numac Electric. Serving Newton and McDonald County, they provide power for area homes and businesses and want to wish all the athletes much success throughout the season. For online bill pay and account information, the website is numac.com or 417-451-1515. Numac Electric, proudly serving Newton and McDonald County, where their slogan is your touchstone energy partner.
Are you hitting the road without the protection you need? Your car is your trusted companion, but it still needs a safety net. Get the auto insurance you deserve with Community Insurance. Our affordable plans are designed to protect you from life's little bumps and unexpected detours. Visit our website at firstcommunityinsurance.net or call us today at 870-793-9876. Community Insurance, your trusted companion on the road of life. Community Insurance is a subsidiary of First Community Bank.
It's going to be Crane, Charlton, and Lawson up for the Cats. And the pitcher who got called out sliding into second base, Cole Dustin, is just rolling right along. He has not allowed the Cats anything at all. In fact, he's got 5 strikeouts in 3 innings. He's had 1 hit person, and he has walked 2. Here comes the first pitch from Crane, and it's low and ball 1. Crane stepping in there, he'd sure like to do something. He started the ball game for the Cats and was throwing the heat just as hard and fast as he could, but it was to no avail, and he'd like to do something to kind of make up for that a little bit, but he takes another ball outside. Struck out his last time up. But he gets a hold of the ball and it can go. As we said, he hit an inside the park home run yesterday, and he swung hard at that one for strike one. So 2 balls and a strike. It's the bottom half of the 4th inning. There are no outs. Gold Dustin on the mound for the Yellow Jackets. Here comes the pitch, the lefty, and he blows one right by Crane for strike 2. Balls and 2 strikes. Crane just looking, bat on his shoulder. He's waiting, and here comes Dustin's pitch. And Crane hits that one, and he hits it a ton, but it looks like it's going to be caught by the center fielder for the first out. So Crane hit that one a ton, but LaLamontagne was able to catch it. And here's Cooper Charleston. He grounded 3-1 his first time up. The lefty steps in and says, "Give me just one more chance." Here comes the pitch from Dustin, and it's called strike 1. Dustin looks it over, and here comes his second pitch, and there's a ball that's going to hit the center field. Looks like it's going to be a base hit, and it drops in there. So there's the first hit of the ball game for the Cats, and there's sophomore Charlton on first base. Here's Noah Lawson. He had a strikeout his first time up.
Noah Lawson.
We talked about taking what you're given, and Charlton was taking the outside pitch and just kind of launched it into center field, just short, and the center fielder playing back had no chance for it. There's a ball outside, and it was blocked by Smith, but Charlton thought better than to go after it. And I understand that if we've got runners on base, we really don't want them to get out going, trying to steal second base. So there's a ball to Lawson. Here comes the next pitch, and that's a call strike. Seems like just about the time that Dustin may have a little bit of a control problem, he gathers himself pretty quickly and comes back into the Cats. And there's a hard foul ball out on the soccer field back behind us. So the count's a ball and 2 strikes. There is 1 out in the bottom half of the 4th inning. Cats are going to have to do something here pretty quick because top half of the 5th inning, it could very well be a... Oh, he struck him out. So here comes Jaden Nichols. He struck out his first time up also. Nobody in either bullpen at this time. Even though it was framed pretty well by Smith, home plate umpire wasn't having any of that, so ball 1. Here comes the next pitch underway. Strike 1. Smith had a cut at it that time. It looked like he was trying to drive the ball into that power alley between center and right field. Stands in there with a wide stance. Here comes the pitch, and he holds back on it for a ball. Count now is 2-1 with 2 outs, and Charlton on first base. Andrews looks, shakes his head. Dustin looks and shakes his head. Here comes the pitch underway, and there's a strike. Strike 2. Neosho batters by and large are pretty frustrated by what Dustin is showing. He's mixing up his pitches real well. And there's a ball that's hit down to third base. Goes over to first base, and the good stretch gets him So the ball game is now going into the 5th inning, and that out was from 5-3. And we'll come back after this. You're watching the Neosho Wildcats on the KNO and Neosho Wildcat Sports Network. We'll be back.
The Sports Locker, located at 1206 Neosho Boulevard, Neosho, is a proud supporter and supplier of Crowder College athletics. The Sports Locker also specializes in team sports apparel for high schools and Little League teams. They also have Nike and Under Armour clothing, open Monday through Friday, 9:30 to 6, Saturday from 9:30 to 5, and Sundays noon to 5, or online at shopsportslocker.com. Proud supporters of Crowder College athletics.
A new era in local sports begins. The Roper Kia 4-State Sports Report is where you'll find all of your local sports information. Join Sports Director Michael Imami and reporters Chaz Wright and Tashina Coleman every night. We cover Little League, high school athletics, Missouri Southern, and Pittsburgh State, along with countless community colleges in the 4 states. We cover it all. So whether you're a Chiefs, Cardinals, Eagles, or Wildcats fan, you won't want to miss the Roper Kia 4-State Sports Report.
Welcome back to Roy Shaver Stadium. It has come into the top half of the 5th inning. The Yellow Jackets from Lebanon have an 8-0 score over the Neosho Wildcats. We're going to see Lebanon quite a bit with the new realignment of the COC. We'll be playing football against them this year, and looks like they'll be coming to Neosho to play. Colton Sutherland on the mound for the Wildcats in relief of Lynn McInturf, who was in relief of Brody Crane, I'm sorry. And we're getting ready to start the top half of the 5th inning. This is that place where the Cats are very much in danger of being run ruled if we don't get something going here. And 3 up, 3 down would be a good way to start it. The batter is number 18, the first baseman, Bronson Rhodes, and he takes a ball high. Nothing doing for the Cats so far in this ball game. We've got to get something going, and that ball was inside. Rhodes had to step back just a little bit for ball 2.
Gave up a run in the 3rd. 2 hits allowed and a strikeout so far. Now the bullpen.
Here comes the next pitch, and that's swung on for strike 1. Yellow Jackets scored 3 in the first, 3 in the second, 1 in the third, and 1 in the fourth. And the Cats just got their very first hit a little while ago. Cooper Charlton got the hit out into right field. And they're swung on, and that ball is gathered up by Hughes, and we get the out. So there's the first out, and it is a 6-3. 1 out, and here is Gavin Smith. He hit the ball hard his last time up. He got a single and then was stranded on third base. Steps in from the right-hand side. The senior on the mound for the Cats, Colton Southern, comes in. Here comes the first pitch, and it's swung on and it's fouled down the first baseline. So strike 1 on Gavin Smith. Cats in their dark gray colors with the Vegas gold lettering on them, and they've all got black sleeves. Well, Lebanon is in the white and tan. Here comes the next pitch, and that one's high and outside for a ball. So we are high and outside for a ball. Here comes the next pitch, and that ball's a little bit high, but it was a back over across the plate for ball 2. 2 balls and a strike to Gavin Smith, the catcher, also the leadoff hitter for the Yellow Jackets. Here comes the pitch. Swung on, and that ball goes into left field for a single, and he's going to try to come in with a double, and he most definitely stretches it into that. So the quarterback's got some speed as well. There's Cole Milliken. He is the third baseman. He got base on balls and scored in the first inning. He got a single and came around to score in the second inning. He steps in, holds his hand up to the umpire until he's ready. Sutherland looks back, and here comes the first pitch. Call strike one.
Walked in the first and scored. RBI single in the second, or RBI hit in the third.
Sutherland looks down, looks back at second base. Looks back at second base again, and the batter takes time out and steps out. And I'm not sure exactly what the umpire said. I think he said that's strike two. I've never seen that before, but that's okay, because I guess he was stepping out as the pitcher was getting ready to pitch. So no balls and 2 strikes on Milliken. Here comes the third pitch underway, and Smith shows his speed again, and he goes on around to third base.
Running as much in this game as once prior. Smith gets a bag. He's a third with 1 out.
You know, we're going to have a pinch runner now. Smith has done what he needed to do, and now they're going to let him go put on his catching gear. And the pinch runner is number 20, and that is Evan Ogle. Southern comes from the belt, and here's the pitch, and there's a hard hit ball. It's down the alley into center field, and it's picked up by Versluis. Versluis gets the ball back in. 1 run scored, but he's going to end up at second base. So Milliken picks up a double and an RBI in the process, and the score is now 9. And you can say that run was pretty much manufactured by Mr. Smith. He had a double, and he stole third base to put the pinch runner in position to score. So the score's 9-0. There is 1 out and a runner on second base. There's a ball that's hit way out, and that is the shortstop, Cromper, batting from the left-hand side of the plate. There's not anybody in this lineup that can't hit the ball and hit it hard for the Yellow Jackets. Southern's done a good job so far of kind of quieting the Yellow Jackets other than where they've been. Home plate umpire calls timeout now and says it's at a little cat and mouse game of the pitcher, and the runner on second base needs to stop. So we'll get ready. We will reset again. The wind is blowing. You can tell that on the jersey of Sutherland. He comes from the stretch, belt, and he throws the ball back to second base. Gets to Hughes because Hughes was back behind the runner, but Cromer gets back. Or Milliken gets back in time. So there's no balls, and 1 strike and 1 out. A runner on second base. Here comes the next pitch, and there's a high fly ball going back into right field. Cade is under it, and he makes the play for the second out, and the runner tags up and goes to third. So Milliken is at third, and the out is a fly to Cade Spiva. 2 out, and here is the number 4 hitter, Hoyt Honey. He has struck out, and he has flied out to the second baseman, and he has walked. Here comes the first pitch. Call strike 1, and Hayden Smith jumps up like he's going to throw the ball down to third base, but again, another nice job of acting. Southern looks down. Here comes the pitch from the belt, and there's call strike 2. You know, which watched 2 of them, and we've seen him do that as he's been up to bat. You wonder, he's not in the 4 spot for nothing. He's going to have to swing at something now because he's got to protect the plate. And here comes the pitch from Sutherland. And that's a hard hit ball to center field. Versluis is underneath it and has it, and the Cats are in business. So there was one run. It's 9-0 in favor of the Yellow Jackets. You're watching Neosho Wildcats on the KNEO Sports Network, and we'll be right back after this.
You found it, the ultimate car wash, the one that leaves your vehicle looking brand new every single time. Do we have a prep team that pre-washes? You bet. Over 300 ports applying soap to your vehicle? Yes, sir. 40 high-pressure nozzles providing over 2,500 psi of pressure? Who wouldn't? Buff and dry features that dry your car along with combined 100 horsepower blowers? Try 150. Be careful, we might just blow you away.
If you're a weekend warrior who likes to go, 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 don't let pain put the brakes on your pace. When you need help with an injury that keeps you from moving, you want an orthopedic team with a proven track record. Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine is nationally recognized and were recently named CareCheck's #1 hospital in the market and top 10% hospital in the state for hip fracture repair. Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, the experience you need to keep pace with life.
Welcome back to Roy Shaver Field in the Marion Family Complex, Sports Complex, which is situated between the elementary school of George Washington Carver and the junior high. And the Cats have got to do something here. It is the bottom half of the fifth inning, and right now it's 9-0. Here's Finn Versluis. He made the catch for the final out just a few minutes ago, but now we need to get on. He gets on, and it's the top of the batting order. And he's going to call timeout and step out for just a minute. He thinks that Dustin is spending a little bit too much time thinking about what's going on. Here comes the first pitch, and it's swung on for a foul ball, strike one. Versluis has been up only once in the ball game, and he struck out back in the second inning. It's a little indicative of the pitching of one Cole Dustin. He's done a good job of retiring the Cats and keeping them from just throwing a one-hitter at this time. There's a ball that bounces in front of home plate for a ball. Looks like if this is the case, the Cats are going to be playing at 3 o'clock tomorrow afternoon in the 3 o'clock ball, or the third place ball game. Here comes the pitch, and that's high and outside for ball two. The wind continues to blow. You can see it blowing up on the shirts of both teams, and there is a ball strike. So the count now is 2-2 on Finn Versluis. He's shown us if he can get on base, he has the ability to steal and get into scoring position. So we sure need him to do that. That ball bounces in front of the plate for a ball, and that loads it up at 3-2. It'll be the top of the batting order with Williams, Spiva, and Hughes. And he swings at that one, and it's called right by him, 3. That's the 8th one for Dustin. Here comes Hudson Williams. He walked in the first inning and was stranded at third base. Walked again in the third inning and was stranded at second base. He whistles that bat around a little bit, and he gets ready, and there's a ball high and outside. Ball game's been going right along. It is 3:30. We've been at it for about an hour, 20 minutes, and it is in the third inning. There's a call strike. And the wind continues to blow. People are out here dressed in all kinds of outerwear and innerwear. Some have got their hoods up, and there's a ball that is inside. Nice stop by Smith, the catcher. Lebanon being in the COC starting this next year, they are They'll be playing quite a few of the COC teams just in order to get ready for it. That one's high and outside for a ball, so the count is 3-1. You can see the wind picking up now, and it's blowing on the home plate umpire's jersey. Mr. Smith is trying to decide which ball he wants to have and to throw to Dustin. He finally finds one that's worthwhile. And Williams with a 3-1 count and 1 out is ready. Here comes a pitch from Cole Dustin, and it's swung on and it's out of play for a foul ball. Strike 2. So the count is full and there is 1 out. Cade Spiva and then Quentin Hughes up in this inning. You know, if the Cats don't do something and things continue the way they have, with the Yellow Jackets scoring 3 in the first, 3 in the second, and then 1-1-1, 1 in the bottom or top half of the 6th inning, is a 10-run rule, and the Cats will have one more opportunity. But I'm looking forward to the Cats getting on the board right here. Here comes the pitch from Dustin, and it's ball 4. So Williams has the distinction of walking for the 3rd time this evening. Here's Cade Spiva. He has struck out twice. There is 1 out. The Cats have been having trouble trying to work through the puzzle of one Cole Dustin. And there's a swung on. It looks like it's going to be out of play. Foul ball, strike 1. Back over in the bullpen where it looks like somebody is warming up for the Yellow Jackets. Maybe their closer's going to be coming in. Don't see anybody warming up in the Cats bullpen. Spiva needs to put the barrel on the ball right here. And again, Williams dancing around over there on first base to do anything he can to try to ruin the concentration of Cole Dustin. Still continuing to do the same thing. Here's the lefty from the stretch. Here comes the pitch. And there's a call strike. So there's a ball and 2 strikes and 1 out. Hudson, walking for the 3rd time in this ball game, is over on first base. This very well could be a hit and run. And he swung at that one. The base was occupied, and they got him coming down the other way. So a double play ball, a strikeout, and a tag out. Nothing doing for the Cats in the bottom half of the 5th inning. The score remains 9-0 in favor of the Yellow Jackets from Lebanon. We're going to take a timeout. You are watching the Neosho Wildcats on the KNEO and Neosho Wildcat Sports Network.
The Neosho Area Chamber of Commerce invites you to download the new Experience Neosho app, available for free on the Apple and Google Play Store. Your guide to eat, shop, play, and stay in Neosho, and your direct link to KNEO Wildcat Sports. Download the app, register to win weekly prizes, and listen to your favorite Wildcat sports. Good luck, Wildcats. We can't wait to hear you ring that bell.
People's Bank of Seneca, proudly investing in our community and you since 1996. Locations in Joplin, Neosho, and Seneca. Bank PBS, peoplesbankofseneca.com.
Keep up with the latest Neosho Wildcat sports broadcast and game schedule. Be sure to like us on Facebook at facebook.com KNEO Radio. Follow us on Twitter at KNEO917 Sports, or download our KNEO iPhone and Android phone app. You can also watch all the Neosho Wildcat sports broadcast from inside that app as well. So download the KNEO iPhone or Android app today. We're getting ready to come into the top half of the 6th inning. Colton Southern has been, this is his 3rd inning of relief. And ball thrown down to second base. And it's picked up. It's starting off for the Yellow Jackets is Lamontage. The last time he was up, he came around to score. He came around to score. He bats from the left-hand side. Here comes the first pitch from Colton Southern. And Lamontagne takes a ball high on the outside. Glad to have you with us this afternoon, John Ball, here at the complex and the Roy Shaver Stadium. There's a called strike. That was a pretty hanging curveball that came across the outside of the plate. So Southern is getting an opportunity to mix up a lot of different pitches and show some stuff today, and he's doing a pretty good job. There's called strike 2. Lamontagne has scored twice. He's flied out to right field one time, and there's one ball, and there's 2 strikes. Here comes the next pitch. A little bit low, but Smith kept it in front of him.
Balls and 2 strikes.
Outfield is playing reasonably deep. Second base is almost back on the dirt, as is Quentin Hughes at shortstop. Here comes the next pitch, and swung on, and a try 2. Hughes keeps it in front of him, but stops it right there, and he knows that the Lamontages, there's no chance there, so we've got a runner on first base. Here's Tony Myers. He is struck out, and he is grounded out 6-3.
Still with the biggest hit of this ball game, a 3-run double in the bottom half of the first inning with 2 out and 3 on.
His first at bat was just that. It was a 3-run double. And it kind of set the tone of the ball game for the Yellow Jackets and unfortunately the Wildcats as well. Southern working from the stretch, goes to the belt. Here comes the pitch, and there's called strike 1. Nice off-speed curveball from Southern that time. And say that Myers was looking fastball and got fooled a little bit that time. The wind just continues to blow, and it looks like it's blowing out almost towards the scoreboard, if you can see that. And there's a hard-hit ball that is going to be lined into center field. Versluis picks it up and gets the ball back in before there could be any more damage done. In Lamontages at second base, and Myers has a base hit. Here is Josh Zimitain. He has struck out twice. He hit the ball hard in the 3rd inning and got around. No outs yet, and runners on first and second. Here comes the first pitch, and it is low and inside for a ball. Cats would just like to get out of this half inning unscathed and come in and do some damage with the bats themselves. Here comes the next pitch. A little bit of chin music, or at least Josh thought there was, and he backed away just a little bit, but that's ball 2, high and inside. Ziegenbenj is the batter. He is the designated hitter. And here is the stretch from Southern. Looks down at second base. Here comes the pitch. Call strike. It's a nice pitch that time. A little bit of an off-speed pitch, it looked like. Southern looking down, and he is working from the stretch. Runners on first and second. Here's the pitch. Call strike 2. Yeah, kind of interesting over on first base. Myers is over there, and at least at this point, Lawson sees no reason to try to hold him on, so he's kind of just giving him a couple or 3 steps. 2-2 is the count. Here comes the pitch. There's a runner goes on to third base, and the steal is there. Yeah, looked like it could have been a double steal that was on, but it wasn't. Myers stays at first base, and we've got a full count of 3-2. It was a nice throw that time by Smith, but Lomontage had a really good lead and ran on over and slid in underneath the tag. A full count. Here comes a pitch from the right-hander. And there's a ground ball that's hit to second base. And everybody is safe and a run scores. Well, it was a nice job of stopping that ball by Nichols, and he got the ball up to Hughes, but the sliding Myers broke it up pretty good, and Hughes dropped the ball. So Ziegenbanner is on first base with a fielder's choice. And here's the pitcher, Cole Dustin. And the score is now 10-0 in favor of the Yellow Jackets. Here comes the first pitch from Southern, and it's a hard, high fastball. Southern goes back behind the mound for just a minute and grabs a little bit of the rosin bag. There is a ball, and there's nobody out and no strikes. Runners on first and second and one run in. Here comes a pitch, and it's a call strike. There's something about that curveball that is working really well for Southern because that freezes the batters, and it's more of a sinker, I guess, than it is a curveball. That drops right in. So there's a ball and a strike to the pitcher, Cole Dustin. Working from the stretch. Here comes Southern. He throws the ball over to second base, and Hughes was behind the runner, but he got back in plenty of time. So we've got a ball and a strike now on the pitcher, and there are no outs. Runners on first and second. Scores 10-0 in favor of the Yellow Jackets. Southern looks at second base, and here comes the pitch. And we decided that time that we're going to try to throw the guy out of first base. Great throw and a great catch, but he got back in plenty of time. Working from the stretch to the belt, and here comes the pitch. And they're swung on for a strike. So that evens the count at 2-2. And the third base coach is coming all the way down the line. He's wanting to talk to somebody about something. I'm not real sure what it is. Maybe he's going to make a change. Yeah, we're going to have a pinch runner. And it looks like that pinch runner is maybe... Is that going to be Smith out there? That is the pinch. And the coach realized that the runner at first base maybe couldn't get down the line quite as fast, so we've got a pinch runner, and here comes the next pitch, and there's a call. Struck him out. So Dustin goes down swinging, and that is the first out. Here comes the first baseman, Bronson Rhodes. He scored when he walked in the second inning. He is struck out and is grounded out, 6-3. Southern from the belt. Here comes the pitch. And it's low and outside for a ball. We're sure glad to have you with us this afternoon. There's a pretty good crowd here at the ballpark. There's one more ball game after this. Purdy is going to be playing Southwest. Here comes the pitch from Southern, and it's swung on to left field. And we're going to... The catch is made for the second out, so Brody Crane out there on his horse gets the second out. This is the top of the batting order, Gavin Smith. And that catch was made. The runners couldn't tag and go anywhere because they have a lot of respect for Crane's arm. Smith has scored twice, and he's had an RBI triple. He flied out to the first baseman his last time up. They're swung on strike one. It goes up over the backstop into the soccer field back behind us. Cats are going to have to do something this next inning, or the ball game is going to be over. Here comes Charlton. He's throwing the ball to second base again. Nice job, but the runner at second base gets back in plenty of time, and that's Myers. Number 2, Gavin Smith, has one strike. Southern looks at second, looks back at second, and the home plate umpire calls timeout. And he said, we're playing this little cat and mouse game. It's not going to work, boys. We got to get this ball game over with. So he calls timeout, and everybody gets back in. Here comes Southern from the belt, looking down at second base, looking back at second base again. Nichols in this time for a little bit, and here comes a pitch, and it's low for a ball. Cats probably need to forget about the runners on the bases and concentrate on getting the batter out. There's 2 outs, and if we can get the batter out, then we come in with only 1 run in this inning. Southern looking at second from the stretch, and here's the pitch, and that's inside. In fact, Smith dances out of the way on that one. Steps in there, steps out of the box and takes a couple of swings, steps back in there. There's 2 balls and a strike. Southern from the belt. Here comes the pitch. And everybody stays put. Smith does a good job of keeping that ball in front of him as it was low and outside. Counts now 3-1. There's 2 outs. Colton Southern in relief of McInturf, who's in relief of Brody Crane. Southern has pitched most of 4 innings now, and there's a walk. So Smith goes down to first base, and that loads the bases.
Now batting, Cole Milliken.
Here's Cole Milliken. He is the third baseman. He has scored twice, been on base all 4 times. He has hit the ball well, there's no doubt about that. Here comes the first pitch from, there's a foul off, strike 1. The wind continues to blow out there. It looks like it is blowing almost a crosswind from center over to right field. And the sun's not really out, so that cools things down a little bit as well. Southern takes a big, deep breath, and there's a pitch, and they're swung on strike 2. So no balls and 2 strikes on Milliken, the third baseman. Here comes the next pitch, and it's a hit to Hughes, and it's over to first base, and they get the out. So 6-3 is the out, and we go into the bottom half of the 6th inning. Neosho Wildcats down at 10-0, but you're watching the Neosho Wildcats on the KNEO and Neosho Wildcat Sports Network. We'll be right back after this.
At the Hillcrest Church of Christ, we're striving to be His own people, eager to do what is good. Join us for worship at 10 and 6 Sundays, and for class Sunday morning at 9 and Wednesday evening at 7. You're sure to find a warm welcome and friendly people seeking to please God according to His Word. Wildcats, join us every Tuesday morning before school for Devo and Donuts at 7 a.m. Learn more about the Hillcrest Church of Christ at neoshochurchofchrist.org.
The Freeman Family YMCA is a proud sponsor of high school sports. Serving the four-state area, the Freeman Family Y believes in putting Christian principles into practice through programs, building a healthy spirit, mind, and body. With 2 locations to serve the area in Grove, Oklahoma, and Neosho, the Freeman Family Y open 5:30 to 9 Monday through Saturday, 1 to 5 on Sundays. For more information, you can go online to ymcaswmo.org or call us at 417-455-9999.
Welcome back to Roy Shaver Stadium. John Ball with you and the Neosho Wildcats. It's do or die time, bottom half of the 6th inning, and they're down to a really offensively stout Yellow Jacket team, 10-0. A run will ensure that we go into the 7th inning for sure. Leading off for the Cats is going to be Quentin Hughes. He got hit by a pitch, and then he grounded out 3-0 last time up, and he swings the ball and goes down to the third baseman. He's running hard, and the play is made. Nice stretch by the first baseman, Rhodes, that time. So 1 down. And here is Canton Smith, the catcher. Done a good job behind the plate today, as we said, smothering the balls to keep from too many steals. He steps in on the right-hand side of the plate. Here comes the first pitch, and there's a solid hit right up the middle. So Canton Smith gets a hit, and he's on for the Cats. That is the second hit of the ball game for the Cats. He took that first pitch and hit it right over the pitcher's head into short center field. And Boston Patterson is going to go in and be a pinch runner for him. Here's Brody Crane. Here comes the first pitch from Dustin, and Crane swung on, and it has popped out of play. Crane has struck out twice, and then he flied out to center field. We could use a big hit from Crane right here. Just put the barrel on the ball. And there was another swing. It fouled back for strike 2. So Crane is down 0-2 in the count. And Cole Destin on the mound continues to be strong. Here comes his next pitch, and the left-hander throws this one low and inside. Smith kind of looks at him and throws his glove at him just a little bit and says, "It's okay, calm down, calm down. There's nothing going on." So, and here comes the next pitch from Crane, and he swings and he's struck out. So that's the second out. And the Cats are down to do and die. The Cats have had 2 hits, and the first one was Cooper Charlton. So steps in from the left-hand side of the plate. Smith looks over to the coach to see how they want to pitch Charlton this time. Lefty against lefty, and here comes the first pitch, and it is low and outside. Charlton steps out and steps back in. Cole Dustin would really like to retire this one right here. And he has a swung on strike. So the count is 1-1 on Cooper Charlton. Dustin looks down, gets the signal. Here comes the pitch. And he swings out in front of that one. Took a little something off of that, kind of a changeup. And fooled Charlton. 1 ball and 2 strikes. 2 outs, and Cats need to do something special right here, or this ball game's going to be over. And there is a ball outside. Counts 2-2. After Charlton, it will be, looks like number 14. Pinch hitting for the Cats.
pitch, curveball, bouncing ball to Rhodes. He's got it at first. The Jackets will pick up the win.
Well, that's it.
10-0 in 6 innings over the Neosho Wildcats.
Well, and the Yellow Jackets win it in 6 innings by run rule. The Cats have got one distinction. The Yellow Jackets did not score 12 runs as they have against the other 5 teams that they beat. We're going to take time out for this, and we'll be coming right back with the post-game show that is brought to you by Crowder College. You're watching the Neosho Wildcats on the KNEO and Neosho Wildcat Sports Network.
Singing is my career and my calling, but I'm also a mother of 4.
And as entrepreneurs, we weigh the cost of every decision.
Medical bills are no longer a worry for our family, so I can focus on my calling.
And our family.
Joining Christian Healthcare Ministries was one of the best decisions we ever made. We're the Blair family, and this is our CHM story.
Choose your doctor without network restrictions, all at an affordable price. Enroll anytime at chministries.org/enroll.
If you're a weekend warrior who likes to go, 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 don't let pain put the brakes on your pace. When you need help with an injury that keeps you from moving, you want an orthopedic team with a proven track record. Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine is nationally recognized and were recently named CareCheck's #1 hospital in the market and top 10% hospital in the state for hip fracture repair. Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, the experience you need to keep pace with life.
Welcome back to the post-game show that is being brought to you by Crowder College. The ball game is over. The score after 6 innings is 10-0. Coach Weatherman got a full ball game out of his pitcher, Cole Dustin, which is important because they'll be playing for the championship of the tournament tomorrow at 6 o'clock. Neosho Wildcats will be playing for 3rd place, and that ball game will start at 3 o'clock, so we invite you to be back with us for the start of that ball game as well. The Cats had 2 hits. They had one by Cooper Charlton, and then we had one more hit by Kenton Smith, both of them up the middle. We just could not figure out the little southpaw on the mound. He had a curveball, he had a slider. Very rare did he throw the fastball, except when he mixed it up just a little bit. So God bless you for watching us. Thank you for being here. Hopefully we've made your afternoon just a little bit brighter by watching the Neosho Wildcats. Hey, be with us tomorrow at 3 o'clock, but better than listening to us, come on out here to the ballpark and cheer on the Neosho Wildcats. This ball game has been brought to you by KNEO and the Neosho Wildcats Network. It is a production of the KNEO Network. This is John Ball telling you, get home tonight, get some good rest. It's still a beautiful evening. It's a little bit windy. If you go outside, make sure that you cover up good. Until tomorrow, we'll see you again, and go Cats.
This has been a live production of KNEO Sports. This broadcast may not be reproduced or retransmitted without the express written consent of KNEO Sports Network. This has been a sporting outreach of KNEO Sports Network, reaching into communities to make a